Well, hello, Aries. Welcome to my channel. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. So, yes, two different names because I like it like that. Sorry. Sometimes things just come out of my mouth. We're going to, this reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Um, Also, we're going to take a look at current situation, past and present influence, negative and positive influence, um, what you don't see. We're going to take a look at a challenge, what to look for this month, and then we'll have we'll have future influence. I'm going to do those first, outcome, and then what to watch for this month or keep an eye out, something to look for, and then advice. And yeah. Sometimes it's nice to know kind of what to watch for, good or bad, right? Is there an opportunity coming, or is there something we need to be aware of? Something like that. This is general, so it could be anything. The current situation will let us know. And let me take a second, please. What do Aries need to know for June 2023? Kind of like a little bit excited and nervous. Nothing really standing out yet. So, I do personal readings linked to my websites below. What do our Aries need to know for June 2023? What do they need to know? Okay, current situation. Five of Cups. Past influence. Four of Cups. Present influence. Seven of Wands. Negative. Oh, this might be a hard reading. Five of Swords. Positive influence. The Magician. I'm going to sneeze. Okay, what we don't see. The Moon. A challenge. Three of Cups. This might be a hard month. Okay, future influence. Queen of Swords. There's an outcome. I'm not going to say outcome. What is happening here, Aries? What to watch for? The Hermit. And advice. And I might pull another card for advice. Okay, so this is really odd to me because there's some hard cards here. We've got three of the fives. We've got Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Yeah. And I may look at the book on the outcome card because there is something about this card, which I did already tell you, it's Five of Pentacles, but there's something in the book that's different. These are slightly different. They're Runik tarot, and they do have like the runes on them. But so I may look at the book. I may pause to look at the book because I don't want to. So I feel like, okay, so the Ten of Pentacles here is about, success and about leaving a legacy. But it could be also leaving that legacy and moving on to something new because it's the 10 and the 10 leads back to the ace again. I feel like there's something here. Well, the current situation is Five of Cups. So you're definitely feeling like you're losing something here. I'm not getting a good feel for what life area, but there's something that's really disappointing you. This is the situation. So this doesn't mean that your whole month is going to be hard. What it means is whatever this situation is where you're disappointed is what this reading is going to talk about. And And I think it has to do with some kind of forward movement, maybe in a job or even a relationship, but where you're kind of moving up or something, like you've been successful, but now you're going to do something new. Because this Ten of Pentacles is a little bit, it's not different because it is about leaving a legacy, but it is about moving forward too, itch. So, but the Five of Cups really, to me, this is what the situation is. You are so not getting what you want here, and you're really disappointed about it. So the past influence being the Four of Cups tells me that this comes from the Four of Cups. You've wanted this one thing, and you're not getting that, and that has led to disappointment. So here's the thing is, and is it expectations, or is it just because you're not getting exactly what you want? So the Four of Cups being the past influence. I think, I mean, overall, I think this isn't bad energy. I think it's just disappointed energy that you're going, you know what, this stinks. Like, I wanted something and I've been bored, and or I don't like it, or the Four of Cups can also be poor little old me, like feeling sorry for yourself because you're not seeing what you have. And it leads to the Five of Cups because it leads to disappointment because you're not getting what you want or what you think you should have or what you think you want. Um, but she's also not looking at, what she has. Again, she's just like, what do I not have? And I feel like that's okay because sometimes we need to focus on something that we want, right? It, I mean, we're Aries, for crying out loud. If we want it, we're going to try to get it. And we don't fool around. Like, hey, if this is what I want. So the Seven of Wands, though, you are going to defend yourself here. You're going to defend what you want and try to go after it. I think this is the present influence. This is influencing the now, and I think that's good, especially with the future influence that you have. The thing is that this is not going to be easy. There is something here that's going to be hard, and I'll tell you, like, there's a lot of reasons for this, but there is something you are like totally defending yourself and defending whatever that part is, and that's good, I think. So I mean, that piece is really, really good. It's not going to be easy because we have the Five of Swords in your challenge or your negative influence. What this tells me is that there's going to be some kind of ultimatum here. Like, you either have to fight for it, but if you fight for it, you could lose it completely. Like, it could be a bad ending, or you could walk away and just stay in the now, however you are. But I feel like in the now is this. Like, this is you don't want this anymore. You don't want to be bored. You want something better. You want something more, and you're not getting that. You're not getting it yet, and this has led to disappointment. Um, but I do feel like this could be hard. Like, I feel like if you fight and lose, there's a lot at stake here. That's what I'm getting, and that's what I'm feeling, and that's why I feel like this is a negative influence. Because sometimes when we fight for something, we get it, right? I mean, it doesn't mean you're not going to get it. The good thing is you have the Magician in your positive energy, and I am going to take a look at the book really quick. I don't know if I should do this on camera or not, but I'm going to right now because I'm going to take a look at a couple of these cards. I've just started using this deck, and the meanings are a little bit different. Begin a journey, freedom, push through the challenges. Okay, so one Norse story tells how Freyr was given he was given a ship which served as the archetype for the famous Viking longships. While in the water, I don't know what that is, was seaworthy, it's the ship's name, and the sails filled the air. The ship and his golden boar remind us all to heed the call of travel. Surrender to those new notions. It's your chance to break away from what you know and set out to change the world. This is interesting. to carve your fortune for something new. Trust that you have everything you need to take the step out. I love this. I love it because we're talking about fighting, and you have to trust yourself. So to surrender to those new notions, it's your chance to break away. So this is your positive influence. So you've got everything it takes, the normal magician, meaning, but at the same time, I feel like the meaning here, I feel like takes us to a different level. It takes us to understand that you can do it and it's your time to do it. So the magician does have a little bit of, spiritual behind it as far as it's a magician. I do like that. However, your challenge is the Three of Cups. And what I feel like this is, as far as a challenge, it's having other people buy into this, or people are talking about you. Oh, there's such a huge different kinds of cards here. Um, the challenge could be the people around you that you have to you're going to really have to sell yourself, and I think that can be this standing up for yourself energy too. The seven of wands. I feel like you're going to have to convince people around you of this, whatever this is that you're doing, because there is something that you want, and I think there is some convincing that needs to be done here, because you're obviously not getting it, and you obviously are going to have to fight for it. The good thing is that you have what it takes to do so, so that's good. I really feel like that's good. I'm going to do what to watch for. Well, this is what to watch for. It's the Hermit, and I think that is trusting yourself too. Like, take that time alone. Watch for this. Watch for the time alone, because when you have that time, what is your innermost self telling you? And I think that that's going to be important on this whole journey here. Um, this is something that's really important. So, what you don't see is the moon. And I think this is important too, because I think while you're disappointed, maybe you're not seeing things quite as they are. So keep that in mind too, to have all of your information before you go into battle. If there's something that you want to fight for, fine, we need to fight for it, because I think that you can win it. But I think this says that there might be some things that you don't know about. The moon has has some hidden meanings. The shadows, the casting of the shadows are different. So keep that in mind, to find out all your information. This is something that you don't see, the moon. So this is saying that you may not have all your ducks in a row. You may not have all of the answers. You may not have all of the ducks, basically. Not that they're in a row or not. It doesn't matter. You don't have all of the information. And until you get all of the information, don't go hog wild. However, your advice is King of Wands, so take that. We're going to go for it. But yeah, just know that you have everything. And I do like that the future influences the Queen of Swords, because that tells me you're going in the future. What's influencing that is your intellect, your straightforwardness. You're going to be articulate about what you want. You're going to be precise and about what you want, and you're going to be smart about it. You're not going to just go off the flames. You're going to also use your mind. You're going to use your resources. And I think that this is cool. So if you're watching this and there's something happening, just make sure you know everything that's happening. Make sure you understand everything that's going on. Ask questions, because your advice is to take lead. So the outcome is Five of Pentacles, and I am going to read this as well, because there is something about this card. He is sitting by himself, and there is something behind it, but there's something different about this card. I can't remember exactly what it is. I like to be true to the cards too, but I really do. And these are just wonderful. Like they really are. Two Vikings got caught in winter storm without shelter. Trees are barren and the ground is hard. Five broken shields appear haphazardly strewn over a tree from an old battle. Two appear in a tree. Two appear in a tree, broken and placed with arrows. There are on three are on the ground, also split and shattered. One Viking holds a staff and has their back turned. They appear to be walking out to find help. Another Viking sits on the cold winter ground. Bandages appear on their left hand and eye. So the meanings here. That was the description. Sorry about that. The Five of Shields is a harsh lesson. While the two Vikings in this card appear wounded and not in the best dress to explore a winter landscape, they are not giving into the cold. The elder Viking attends to a wounded arm. They do not give up. Things seem bleak, yet there is always a way out. There's always hope when there is a life. The two are splitting up so that one can find help and hope. The wrapped arm cloak around their companion. The two Vikings will get through this. They have been through worse. The scene looks worse than it is. So I like that because if you're trying to fight for something and things might seem bleak here in the near future, it doesn't mean that you're done fighting, and hence the King of Wands. The key words here are uncertainty, loss of faith, hopelessness, feeling cold and forgotten. But the key with this book, and that's why I have to read that because it gives me the positive, right? Because life is life, and we get disappointed, and we have bleak times. But I feel like because of the other cards around this, that you're going to find your way out. Your advice is King of Wands, which means you got to keep fighting, and you have to but with the king, I feel like it's taking that leadership role that you're so good at, Aries. Take that leadership role and really fight for yourself. Again, this is your present influence, so you've got to keep that up. If you are right and you want something, you've got to stand up. But not only do you have to fight for it, I think the king reminds us to fight for it with dignity too. Use your motivation, use your passion, absolutely, because that's one of our best assets. But also remember that this Queen of Swords energy needs to be coupled in here, because you need to use that passion, you need to use that motivation that you have that comes naturally to you. But at the same time, know that, you may feel like things are bleak here in the near future, but if you use this energy of the king, I think you'll get through it just fine. I'm going to pull one more card just because, why not? Anything else we need to know about coming out of this five? The devil. That could be a holdback if you're not careful. Six of Cups. There's something from the past too that you're going to be holding on to. Well, that's good, because that lessons that you've already done. You've been through worse. If you've been through worse, that's it. This is what's going to happen, is you're going to understand what you've held on into the past, because you can do it. And I think that that's the important piece right there, is that you can do it because you've done it before. But just take the bull by the horns, Aries, this month. In June, you've got to, I think the key to this reading really is about using your brains, but don't ever let go of that passion and motivation that you so wonderfully hold. And it may take some convincing, but you have the Magician in your positive influence. And that's huge. Because the Magician, in so many ways, especially since it's a positive influence, I wouldn't say so much if it was a negative, but it's a positive. So it's saying you've got everything it takes, and you can take this and make it yours. You can just take this and make it yours. So that's the important thing too. is know that if you're feeling disappointed, what do you need to do next? Remember, don't, use this king energy. And it's not just passion. Remember, it's the king, so he's mature about it. And sometimes we're not. I'm an Aries, I can say that because I know. Sometimes we just go. Um, so, yeah. And I think that's what the feeling I was getting was a little bit I was kind of feeling disappointed and kind of like, ugh. But I think that this month is going to be because two of the 10 on the bottom of the deck and the world, and then the ace of pentacles follows that on the bottom of the deck. You've got, I think this is going to be an important month because I think you need the breakthrough. I think you need the shakeup to know that you can do it. I think you need to feel that and understand that your fight does work. I think maybe in the past recently here, maybe your fight hasn't always worked for you, but I think you're going to make it work, and you're going to take all of the proper steps to make it work. But I think that the key when I read out is that, yeah, the devil's not always a good card, but I look at it as something that you hold on to, and you're holding on to a memory from the past, because the reason why that's helping is that you can get through this. So you will do it. You know it. So keep up the good fight. It's a beautiful card, by the way. So take care, Aries. I hope this resonated. Please let me know if it did. Hit the like button and send me a comment. I love them all. Take care. Have a beautiful day.